The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
Go.
It's hot outside! I could see the heat! Do you remember that?
No.
Temple Grandin, it was, what's her name?
That
She
doesn't even
played-
sound the slightest bit familiar.
Temple
No.
Grandin was an a wonderful woman who made the cow hug machines that made the cows feel better. And there was a movie.
I think she has a brain tumor.
Movie.
Should we,
a movie.
should we start over?
No, remember?
No.
And what's her name?
No.
The girl from what's that
That's good.
show on Showtime with Homeland, and she played Temple Grandin, and she won.
Yeah,
a
that was
Golden Globe.
great, Heidi.
There's a scene where she gets off the plane.
I
She
love
goes,
that show.
I could see the heat. No.
All right.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you. Saving
and
the
that's how
day.
you do it. Then you never ask me ever again. 'Cause it starts like
No,
that.
no.
Welcome to the program, Rareform Radio. My name is Todd Newman, and I'll be one of your many co-hosts this evening.
And hopefully Heidi's therapist for the rest of the
Ooh,
show.
Thank God.
Heidi came in hot today.
You really
Wow.
did.
Yeah, you need a minute? You okay? I don't know if you've ever come in. Do you have enough drinks, by the
I'm
way?
just going to ask you if you needed any more beverages.
Holy shit snacks. How is everybody? I mean, not you, Heidi. We know you're bad. Darren, you good?
Darren's good. Yeah, Darren's good.
Todd Newman?
Oh, meh.
Yeah?
Meh.
Anything fun on your way over here? There's always something. There really is?
Oh, there really is, yeah.
I was kidding.
No, there's like right before I came over here.
That's amazing. I really was. I
So-
was just kidding.
Okay, I go to get a coffee on that street,
The one out front?
Yeah.
the one out front.
Okay.
No, the street that I live near. Dan knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
was just there.
And I get my coffee, no incident there.
I know that street.
And one of my biggest pet peeves is when you're waiting for a spot and the person is walking to the car and they make eye contact with you.
They see that you're waiting.
They see that you're waiting, you put your signal on, you sit there waiting, and they get in the car and you immediately see their head go like this.
Dilly dally.
Because you know they're looking at their
mapping.
fucking phone or whatever, like texting or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just no consideration. Even if, like, I give it to you, you're in that spot. You own that spot. You've bought it, rented it. For,
Yeah.
Right,
you put your
can't
money
honk
in
'cause
it.
you don't wanna
But
be that
you're
No, no, no.
also a human being.
Right. But all you got to do is this, like,
Hey,
I'm going to
man.
be a minute or I'm not leaving yet or whatever.
Yes.
So this is the opposite of that. I'm that guy. And there's a car. He sees me. This guy sees me getting ready to get my car. So I hop in real fast. And he's kind of close, you know, like for me to back out. But there's no car next to me. So to be not the person that I hate, I quickly jump in the car, put it in reverse, pull out. I could see. I got a camera on the back of my car. You know,
Whoa.
I turn around, I could see how much room I have, and I quickly pull out and start driving away. I look at my rearview mirror, and I just get this. So I'm like driving a little bit forward, a little more forward. I hit the stop sign, and I'm like, you know, that crosswalk in the middle of the street?
Yeah.
And I just drive through the crosswalk and make a U-turn. Then I get back up like to the bank, the Wells Fargo's up there, and I whip back around again because that's where my car was. And the guy's now out of his car. And he's some douchebag with a fucking hat on, like just the hat, a fucking hat,
Hats, man.
What kind of prick is this?
not a hat,
Not a hat.
Oh, beanie?
a
At
cap.
80 oh.
He would call it a cap. This jerk.
Was it
off.
white?
No,
What does the
Turn
color
around.
matter? We don't see color in this room.
it was red and white actually. Probably a
Angels.
fucking Boston fan.
Angels.
Anyway, so I whip the fucking car around and I roll my window down and he's getting something out of his passenger door. And I go, "Hey, bro."
Oh, God.
And he looks up and I go, "I didn't do the, you got a fucking problem." Like I played it differently this time. I said, did I do something wrong?
Good one.
And he goes,
I like your style.
and he goes, yeah, just thought of that one on the spot.
Yeah,
I go,
well-
did I do something wrong? And he goes, like,
Oh no.
and
Like
I
he
go,
doesn't have time for it?
yeah, and I go, well, you gave me the fucking finger, so do you have a fucking problem with me? Is there something that I did wrong? And he's like, well, you kind of came out fast and furious. And I go, bro, what I was doing was being considerate to you because I wasn't being one of those fucking jerk-offs that sits in the fucking car for 10 minutes. I saw you waiting, so I'm doing you a fucking favor by pulling out fast.
Nice.
And he's like, it was cool, actually. He's like, dude, I'm sorry. That was my bad then.
Okay,
He's
good.
like, peace, bro. He gives me the actual peace sign. And all right, peace.
You should have made him suck your dick.
Yeah. I think he kind of wanted to. I mean,
Yeah, I would have.
only- he's only human. You know what I mean? He
Right.
saw me in the car. He's
it's not
like,
even his choice, really.
he's like, I
heart
should have
was
never
beating.
given this guy the finger because now I want to suck his dick.
Wow.
So I leave and I'm like, okay, that was a good one. Like kind of crisis averted, you know? Thought I was going to have to get into a fucking fight.
We're so
What's
much
going on?
alike.
No, you're good.
So
He's supposed to be subtle.
wait, the story's not over.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I thought we're not rapping?
We're not rapping yet. So I pull up, I turn around again because I got to go the other way. I make another U-turn. I pull up to the light, and I'm going to make a right. And there's a girl on a bicycle.
Was she hot? Was she
boy.
hot?
Not really.
No.
And she was riding a bicycle. How could she be?
Stupid.
Hottest.
So she's got the crosswalk, the walk sign. Like she can go across. I can see her waiting across the street. And I'm obviously going to make a right. My signal's on. So I look at her and I'm waiting because she has the right of way. And I go, and she goes,
Oh no, I hate
like,
that.
let me, letting me go. And I'm like, just go. Like, you have the right of way. I'm fine sitting
now
here
you're
for a
playing the
sec.
game.
Yeah. So I go, just go. Then she does this again. And I go, okay. And I start driving. Look in my rear view mirror. What? Gives me the fucking finger. And I was like, dude, I just fucking dealt with this. Like 30 seconds before, I just fucking dealt with this. And then I wonder why. Like, I had to pull over. I was like, I think I'm going to have a heart attack from other human beings. Like,
Yep.
I'm like, I can't fucking take it.
From all the human beings.
From all the, humans are going to force me to die because I can't take it anymore.
Dude.
I feel that shit.
Twice, back to
Like,
back.
with a nasty little fucking face, I wanted to go back and punch the fucking
young or
shit out of
old?
her. This motherfucker.
Dude.
We got to make one of those that says this fucking cunt so that they could
Human.
be.
This fucking
Yeah.
That was, the lesson here is no more favors. No more
Yeah,
nice guy.
No more nice guy.
No more
It gets
Mr.
me
Nice Tom.
nowhere.
I forgot I got chased last night. I forgot about this.
See, okay, you're the only person I know.
Forgot I got raped last night.
You're the only person I
Like,
know.
one-up
Like,
this?
your life is so
What?
crazy. You're the only person I know that would forget that.
Well, it was last night. It was like it was 8:30.
Was it on foot or in the car?
It was on foot, and I was coming out of my house. My car was across the street,
Okay.
and I was gonna drop the trash in the thing, and it was nice out. I just got back from Wisconsin. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, it's beautiful out here. Oh, yeah. And
See it in the
and I hear this "fuck you," and I was like, "Oh boy, no,
That was
crazy
me.
guys."
Sorry.
But I like look, and it was a young Hispanic man with a cap on,
Was
and
it
a
Frank?
brown leather jacket,
A cap.
and a big beer can in his hand, and I
A
was like,
cerveza, I believe they call it.
cerveza. And
The cap was actually a sombrero.
and I was like, oh, he must be just kind of nuts or whatever. And then I look at my car across the street and I do the little thing and I see him again and he goes, yeah, fuck you. And I was like, oh, dude, are you kidding me? Then he starts his gait started to speed up, and I was like, oh, and he was coming after me.
He was a horse?
He
Came
trolled
straight from the
It was
Preakness
Derby.
or whatever.
Derby.
Started trotting.
Trotted over. Hay is just falling out of his mouth. Blinders on,
I was just
literally.
gonna say, I didn't think he could see me with the blinders, but
There's a small guy on his shoulders coming right at me.
it was another Latino on his shoulders.
And I was like, nay, nay.
When he started whinnying, I got fucking nervous.
He laughed.
Name tag said Ed.
My stomach hurts. I might have to go to the bathroom.
Just go here. Just go here. It's too much to move.
So I had to run into traffic. You know how busy that it's on Melrose. I had to run into traffic.
And come around the bend towards Heidi Van Tassel.
And then I ran. I pushed my arms out like this, and the cars let us stop. There was a motorcyclist who was like, "Hey, fuck it, what are you doing?" Like, I was like, I'm like, "Oh, he's chasing me."
That's a steel horse.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, now I can't get the song in my
Were you at a racetrack?
And I get in my car, and he's standing trying to cross traffic, and he's looking at me. He's like, "Yeah, fuck you," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" So I called 911. Hi, you've reached 911.
And they're like,
We're not here right now.
It's Heidi. It's Heidi again.
But I said,
Hey, Heidi, been a while.
I said, but I was put on hold, and they're like, when we come, we're busy because everybody's fucking defunded the police. Anyhow, there's no cops around anymore. On hold, and the guy comes over, gets on my windshield like he's like, whoa, like screaming at me, and then goes around the front and then sits on. There's a porch on the other side and sits and just watches me. And I'm like, what the fuck? I could have
Jerking
left.
off. Just watching.
And then they finally got on, and I was like, there's a guy that's chasing me. Come on.
What?
What
so
area was
much.
this?
No, I shouldn't say where I live.
Because I think I actually think I might know who it is.
Really?
Dave Navarro.
No, there's been a guy that's been in, like, I've seen him up by Hollywood. I've seen him by Melrose. I've seen him by my house. We'll go over description
Okay.
He
later.
sounds like a real nuisance, this guy.
Well, like, I had to call the cops on this guy. Like,
Oh.
just because he was threatening someone in the middle of my street. And I don't know if I ever told it on this show in the beginning of the pandemic when I had to,
Oh.
that
Yeah.
guy
Yes,
who I
when
got
he-
into.
Locked and loaded.
Yeah, it's the same guy. He's back now.
Oh, I do remember this.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
you
yeah.
did.
Does he
I
look
think
the
he
same?
told it.
What do you mean?
As you remember him.
That's how I actually knew it was
Does
the
he have
same
the
guy.
clothes?
'Cause
Really?
That's called recognizing somebody.
he looked exactly like the other guy. So that's what,
What is that thing? A horse by any other
other
color?
name.
Any other
Heidi,
name?
do you know what gave it away? His face. Gave it away every time. His
But
goddamn
listen,
face.
so the operator came on, and I go, "There's a guy that's chasing me," and she goes, "Do you know him?" And I go, "No, but I just want to reference this. Preface this by saying that I'm the girl that got attacked 3 years ago by the homeless guy with the bucket of shit, and I'm having PTSD."
Fucking name dropped herself. Unbelievable.
And she goes, "Oh my, oh my."
You name dropped yourself?
I just said, "Calm quick." Like he's fucking, he won't like.
Excuse me, are you an Electric Hellfire Club fan?
no.
I played bass in that band.
If you're gonna do that, you have to do it like
Oh,
this.
sorry, yeah, of course. Throwback. Weird? Really? Weird.
Are you an Electric Hellfire fan? Question mark.
Yeah,
and
shut up. LOL.
And then he came up to the passenger window, and he looked inside, and I went to take a picture of him, and somehow my fucking stupid phone had like that thing where it's like there's a timer on it or something. It's weird. So I took a picture, and I was like, "I got you," and then it's all blurry. And then he saw on my thing that it said 911.
Was the man chasing you an apparition?
Oh my goodness.
Did you look him in the mouth? 'Cause you're not supposed to
Don't
look
look at
a
a
gift
gift
horse
horse.
in the mouth.
That is some crazy shit.
Anyhow, that's
Well, we need to actually have camera people following her
I know.
from now on.
And you.
Well, they'd be in
really.
danger. They're like war
Yeah, that's
journalists.
true.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
a war journal.
That's really like being around you is not. It's not a safe place to be.
Oh, that's
It looks like you got shot a million times too. If you're watching on YouTube, Heidi has a very holy shirt
That's really acidic cum.
from the crazy homeless guy.
Ew.
Oh, God.
I don't like to show my arms
Oh
too
my
much.
god, that's some funny
Anyhow.
shit. I'm happy you didn't get killed again. I feel like every week you have some time during the week where you could have been murdered. Every week.
Well, I think we all do, right?
Oh no, I haven't had any
I
experiences
certainly
like you
didn't
guys
feel like
today.
I was going to get murdered by the fucking
I wanted
pussy
to
that gave me
murder.
the finger.
I wanted to murder last week. Late night, I wanted some fast food. We have a new McDonald's in the neighborhood. I
I
went
did
there.
just find a French fry in the passenger seat, by the way. Side note.
Thank you. That's
You're
a
welcome.
hell of an
Save that
addition
for
to the
later.
story. So I went to this McDonald's. It was closed. And then I drove to another McDonald's about 3 or 4 miles away. It was like midnight.
Wait, pause. What McDonald's is closed?
More than you would think nowadays. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like you
thought
would
the
think LA 24 hours
24
all
hours
the time.
all the time. Yeah.
There's one
Well,
24
24
hour.
hours would be all the time.
Correct. 6
a
days a week. They're
There's
closed
a
on
French fry
Sundays.
on that seat, Dan.
What's
I saw a
that
French fry
comic
on the
guy?
seat.
Who's the comic with the rose-colored glasses? And he's like
Mitch Hedberg?
Mitch Hedberg when he said, "I thought you were open 24 hours," and the guy said, "Well, not in a row."
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Anyhow, okay. Well,
So I drove to this other McDonald's, which is 24 hours all the time, and the line was like 15 cars. So I'm like, oh, fuck it. I drive. I decide I'm not going to have fast food. It's too late. Driving home, and I really wanted food, so I drove to Del Taco, which is like kind of by the airport over here. 24 hours all the time. Wait in line. It's a long line. I get to the window, and the woman, I ordered a burger, fries, and a taco. Okay? The woman asked me, do
I
you
saw a
want...
French
She
fry
asked
in the
you,
passenger seat.
Do you want...
She asked you, what the fuck are you ordering a burger at Del Taco?
They're not... Well, the fries are the best in the business.
the
We've talked
fries are
about this. But yeah, the burger you wouldn't think is good for Mexican, but I got one. That's what I really wanted was a burger. She's like, do you want any hot sauce with this? I said, yes. I would like 2 Del Scorchos. Just 2. And she goes, okay. Do you want any ketchup for the fries? I said, nope, none. She goes, I'll give you some anyway. I was like, I said, I don't want it. It's okay. She throws... If it was less...
I'm really going to piss this guy off. Watch this.
If it was less than 300 packets, I would be surprised.
Right.
So I asked for 2 Scorchos. There's like 15 or 20 in there. She throws all the ketchup in there. Like, don't... Why did you ask me? Like, do you want ketchup? No. Well, here's a bunch anyway. So the whole time I'm driving home, I'm furious because I don't want to waste it. I'm just going to throw it away. I don't want to waste it.
Taught you so well.
Thank you. So I'm getting angrier and angrier as I'm getting home. I sit down to eat. I open up my burger, and there's actually no ketchup on it. So I end up having to use the packets that she gave me.
Oh,
And
that's life biting you in the ass,
It made
Dan.
me even angrier that I felt like an idiot because I had to use it.
That was her plan. She was like, I'm not going to put ketchup on this burger. When this jerk off gets home and realizes he's thankful that I put this ketchup in there.
Yes.
But still, why ask me?
Yeah. Dude, don't even get me started with like the whole service industry or whatever. Like,
Let's
can
get
I
it
get a
started.
coffee with milk? Okay, what would you like? A coffee with milk.
Do you want milk?
Do you want milk? Yeah. What kind of milk? Just milk. If I would have said almond milk, I would be on, just, I don't drink milk. But anyway, like just shit like that. Just fucking pay attention.
I know.
That's the whole thing is no one in the world pays attention
no, they're on their phone.
to anything.
Can't
It
handle
drives me crazy with the kids too.
Well,
Yeah.
kids can't. I'm sorry. Kids can't pay attention to anything that's longer than fucking 30 seconds because of TikTok, Snapchat.
Yeah.
Everything's all like short little things, and it drives me. Anyhow, go on.
Save the children, Heidi.
The
gotta
best
save the
is
So mad.
we were out to dinner the other night, and my son, he always has one.
The honor student?
Yeah, he always has one AirPod in,
Oh, I'd murder.
and I'll say, shut that fucking phone off, like we're eating or whatever, and he's like, okay. And I know his trick.
Pulls one out.
He just shuts the phone, like he locks the screen and puts it down here, but he can hear because he's only one, but it's still, he's listening to whatever he's listening to.
You're eating. He's like, Master.
Yeah.
Master.
Well, this is what he
Master of
does.
puppets."
Wait, this is what he does. He'll just be staring like this. And he'll go. I know he's listening to some fucking comedy thing on YouTube
Or he's
whatever.
just retarded.
So wait. So the other night we're at dinner. Put your fucking phone away. Okay. And he's got longer hair, so
Even better for him.
So I go, he does that in school, and still made the fucking National Honor Society. But
Shit.
By the way, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Good job,
that's
Luca.
how smart he is.
Good job.
That's crazy.
so he's sitting there and and I fucking whack him in the side of the head. I go, bro, I told you to take that fucking. He goes, what? He gets so mad. What? He pushes his hair behind his ears and
He did not.
So he is. He's slow.
well, then you deserve to get hit. I'm like, what the fuck are you laughing at? He's like, I was just remembering something from fucking what one of my friends said.
You are a dick dad.
Bang!
The kid has one moment of joy, and you smack him for it.
Fuck you for laughing about something that was funny.
You'll have it in your ear.
You're
again
grounded
at some
for a
point.
month, you little prick. Oh my
I
god.
was just laughing at something from earlier.
Oh my God.
Did you
How do
apologize?
recover
Yeah,
from
of course
that?
I did. We all laughed.
God.
He found it funny too after the fact.
Oh shit.
Because he found it funny because usually I would be right.
You would be
Right.
right.
Yeah, so it was the one time I wasn't.
So good.
That's fucking great. That's so
fucking
great.
good.
Funny.
Do I look different to you guys at all? By chance?
Gayer.
Yeah. It's because earlier this week I performed on the Howard Stern show.
Were you there? Did you go to New York and do it?
No, it was via satellite in the LA offices.
Doesn't count.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't tell him. It doesn't.
Yeah, I performed on Howard.
I thought you had to be there.
I don't know why you guys had to bring it up. It's just like I'm just like you guys, but a different.
You
little bit
did
better.
perform on Howard, and I was listening in support of you.
It was pretty crazy how it happened. So, Jane's Addiction and Smashing Pumpkins announced like a big U.S. tour at the end of the year, and they did it on Howard. So the plan was to have Jane's perform Jane Says acoustic, and Pumpkins were going to perform Today, their song acoustic.
Is the greatest.
That's the one. That's the one. And Chris Chaney had a conflict. Navarro couldn't be there.
If it were you, you'd probably be performing A Horse with No Name.
Yeah, go ahead. Or the Jane song Horse. Yeah, thank you.
Wild Horses.
So so Pumpkins were going to accompany Perry Farrell and Stephen Perkins for the song. And we usually played like a click track with like a drum loop in it. And when that track wasn't there, the guys in Jane's didn't seem to know how the song goes. And so when I showed up the night before for rehearsals, I wasn't supposed to play at all. And I show up at 5 a.m. the next day for the actual taping. I walk in and the management is like, where's Dan? We need to find Dan, and frantically looking for me. And they said, you're playing today. You have to play, and you have to be the musical director for the bands because they don't know where the changes are for the songs.
Right.
So I had to I sat off camera, which is also kind of like, what the fuck? Like you're ashamed of me.
Yeah.
Sitting off camera.
Well, you can look at it like you're Oz,
I guess.
the man behind the curtain.
Or I could just look at it as like,
Pay no attention to Dan behind the curtain.
I used to be a dance teacher for little kids, and we would sit at the edge of the stage and do like all the moves for them, and that's kind of what it reminded
that's
me.
sort of, but it felt like a little bit.
Yeah, it was like the 4-year-old.
So if you watch the video, obviously you won't see me because I wasn't allowed on camera, but you'll see before choruses happen, the guys look over to like one area. They're looking at me to cue them. But I mean, Todd knows, and everyone
Dan,
here knows.
you need to save this entire production, but you're not getting any fucking credit for
and not
it.
even a shout out either of like a thanks Dan off camera Dan. But everyone here knows. I mean, Todd, you're also a huge Stern fan, but like that's
Yeah,
another one of those surreal, crazy things that came out of nowhere that I'm just so grateful for. And it was fucking awesome. They sounded great, and the tour should be fun, but just out of nowhere fun.
When Dave and I were doing Spread TV years and years ago,
I missed that, by the way.
Yeah, me
Oh
too.
my God,
Me
I haven't
too.
heard that name in a while.
Dave went on Howard
Dave?
to promote
Yeah,
it.
Dave.
Yeah. Dave went on Howard to promote it, and I was just sitting in the green room. I wasn't in the thing, but he said my name, and they talked about it. So Howard said my name,
Right.
and it was like,
exciting.
I know how you feel is what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
Not on the show. Doesn't really make a fucking difference. It's like, to me, it meant something.
That's
You
how
know
I
what
feel
mean?
about Bobby Lee's podcast, Tiger Belly. Dave said my name on Tiger Belly once, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, that's cool."
I actually Ben Shapiro said my name. The reason why he moved out of LA. So
Wait.
Howard Stern.
Oh, he
actually,
referenced your story?
He referenced my story.
Wait, Howard did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's great.
I
I
was
didn't know
trying
that.
to find what episode, but it wasn't like he didn't say my
That's
name.
that's still pretty awesome that Howard has an idea of who you are.
It would have been cool if you would
Especially
have let
why.
us know you were going to be on.
I didn't know until 5 a.m.
He texted me and I was up.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was
you
awake.
were?
Yeah.
Do you have Sirius?
Well, I'm up at 5
Yeah.
in the morning every
Get the app and you can watch it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can listen to it, but it was a very, very cool thing.
I didn't know.
Yeah, you didn't know. You woke up to it, to the news.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys
Well,
listen to.
congratulations.
Thank you so much. I just want you guys to keep treating me the same way. Like I'm
sure?
I'm
What do you-
better than you guys, but like I just
Right.
want to don't treat me different.
What do you
Okay.
enjoy more, this or playing with 9 Inch Nails?
Howard or Nails? Nails.
Yeah.
Because Nails
Well, you
is
were
like,
on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like they didn't make me play backstage.
And Trent bumped into you,
Yeah.
like made note of you
And for
He
that
said his
one,
on the
name.
stage.
for that one, like
Full name.
I used Trent's guitar and he gave me the guitar at the end of the tour.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that,
yeah.
And that was just like I was a Howard fan from like my late
On
teens.
the Howard one, they gave you the guitars to pack back into the van.
Yes.
Listen, put it
Yeah, I
away.
brought my own. No, the Nails thing was number one.
Yeah.
Number one. But that was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You
Congrats.
you had a cool experience. You had an impromptu comedy show recently.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Oh, well, I mean,
Last minute.
yeah, barring doing his act, like I can just say somebody gave us tickets like the morning of to Chappelle. Now I wish it was the one with the incident
It was the day before.
2 days before.
Okay.
2 or 3 days before.
He was there for 5 days.
He
Yeah.
was
Was
Is it that long?
It was the first night.
Jeez.
Part of
It was
the
Thursday night.
Thursday,
Netflix
yeah.
is
so it
a
was
Thursday
joke.
night
Thursday night.
because
Netflix is a joke comedy festival.
Yeah, and you
Because
went
I
to
was at the after party. Yeah.
So somebody gives us these tickets, and usually I'm such a fucking snob, elitist.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't have it hooked up and parking and like no line and I don't go.
Oh,
Like,
so we're wrapping this show early-ish today because her and I are going to Smashing Pumpkins in Santa Barbara. Parking sorted, laminates, like our own. Yeah.
Look,
Heidi's name drop.
Danny's name. Whoa, play the outro. Never mind.
never mind. So somebody gives these tickets, and I'm like, fuck, man, that we don't know what they are. Like, they're like, we're gonna email them to you, and if you don't get them by the show, just go, and they'll be at the World Cup. But we don't know anything about these tickets, so I'm like, fuck.
You could have been in nosebleeds, maybe.
Right,
Yeah.
but it's Chappelle. Like, so I'll take the chance, and if it's just fucking too much of a hassle or whatever, we'll leave or whatever. So we go, and we get to they lock up your phones,
Yeah,
you know,
Oh.
in a little
thing.
pouch, yeah, with a magnetic thing, and we get there, and by the security where the metal detectors are, everybody's getting their phone pouched, so it's like it looks like 500,000 people to me
right.
are waiting to get in. I'm like, fuck.
All the humans.
So I'm like, I know there's another way in. I just know there's like some artist entrance or whatever. I'm gonna try and bullshit my way in. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna get us in.
You're that guy
way.
too. You're
You
good
are.
at that.
Yes.
So I grab my wife's hand. I'm like, let's go. I'm like dragging her along. We walk through parking lots and up and down, and we get to the other side. And sure enough, there's like an entrance with just a couple of metal detectors, and there's hardly anybody there. There's like 5 people working there, security people. So I'm like, look, we got these tickets from this company, and da-da-da. We're supposed to get the email. We haven't gotten it yet. He checks my name, looks at my license. He makes a call on the walkie-talkie, and he's like, okay, what's your email address? And I tell him, and he's like looking at his phone, and he's like, I just sent you your tickets. You're good to go. I'm like, great. Can we just go in right here? He's like, yeah, and this is where you go in. I'm like,
Hell yeah. Todd Newman does it again.
it's already good.
Yeah.
But we still don't know where these tickets are. So the guy's like, oh, I'll walk you to the seats. And the Hollywood Bowl, for those who don't know, is like a bunch of stands that go all the way up. And to the left, there's like a pit that's the front row stuff. And then there's boxes with tables in the middle of them where you can get like service, like food service and drinks or whatever. So he walks us and we go right to the middle, then make a left, and we're going down and down and down. I'm like, oh my God, these fucking
We're almost
seats
on
are
the
awful.
stage.
So we sit in one of the boxes and like we're right in dead center. Like I could see people's fucking shoelaces on the stage with my glasses, of course.
Of course.
But I'm like, this is fucking great. So we get there and I'm thinking it's just going to be like some shitty comedian will warm up for like 15, 20 minutes and it'll be Chappelle. But it's like a whole night.
Oh, yeah.
Pete Davidson and all these fucking comedians and Erykah Badu, who...
How funny was she?
She was fucking hilarious. I didn't realize there was going to be musical numbers too. Anderson Paak did a whole like DJ set for fucking a half an hour and with all trippy visuals on the screens, and then a bunch of comedians, and then
Jeff Ross was
Jeff
there,
Ross
right?
emceed the whole night. He was fucking hilarious, and then
Dark Matter guest, no big deal.
yeah, and then Chappelle came out and did like an hour and 20 minutes, and it was
Oh, so he did a full set.
he did a full set, and like
Jesus.
from beginning to end was nothing but genius fucking comedy. Every fucking
So
word out of his
jealous.
mouth.
Man.
But we were there. We got there like 6. We didn't leave until midnight.
I was gonna ask how many fucking hours were you?
Yeah, and I'm not that guy. I'm like,
Let's
even
go.
if I like something,
Yeah.
I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
5 songs
Yeah, yeah,
before
yeah.
this band ends, so we don't
Okay,
have to deal
technically,
with
we've
it.
seen them. We're
Yeah.
leaving.
Yeah, I'm
We're
that
good.
guy.
Yeah.
But Erykah Badu, I was gonna say, I'm not a fan. Like, I'm not
so
not a
beautiful.
fan. Like, yo, she's
Yeah.
okay. I know she's very talented, whatever. She's fucking amazing. Like live, I was like blown away. So I had no idea it was gonna be this whole night. But yeah, I don't think that this is gonna be a Netflix special. This act that he did,
No,
but yeah,
there's
but
no way.
it's
He would get.
yeah. Yeah, he did say some
Yeah.
amazing, awesome things that he would get a bunch of shit for if they were like on specials.
What if they make a special of the one that he was attacked on? How amazing would that be?
Well, they were filming it for
Right,
sure.
that's what I
like,
mean.
so-
Yeah.
I'm sure they filmed every
Yeah.
single night of
Yeah,
it.
they did.
Well, and I'm wondering who are the people that got their phones in there, because the people.
Yeah, there's a couple of
I'm
people.
like wondering, like,
Maybe
how did
employees?
they-
Well, I've done that before where they've they lock up phones. I've been at shows like that before, and I just keep mine in my pocket. I'm like, I don't have a phone. Like they didn't pat me down or anything.
Right.
Really?
Yeah,
And there's also people, just because I know touring, like if you get there really early in the day, you don't go through security.
Yeah.
You don't go through
Yeah, oh,
anything.
you're
So
basically
people
like
that people that
crew.
may have crew could have been in there early
Yeah.
and had their phones or
Well,
something.
At the after party, the first night, because I went Thursday and Friday night. The first night was his first night of the tour, and they didn't have us do our phones in the bag. And he just kept saying, he was on his mic and he was like, if I see any of you with your phone and recording me, I will punch you in the fucking throat. And that
He's
was
just the
funny.
best.
I love him so much.
I just thought, like the fact that you guys saw like one of the top 5 to ever do it is pretty incredible.
We went over the Rushmore.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
on
yeah.
my Rushmore.
Who do you
my
put on the Mount Rushmore comedy, Heidi? Give us like 3 names.
4? Well, there's 4 on Mount Rushmore.
It's Heidi.
Oh my God.
What? What? No, come on.
Mr. Ed.
Howdy doody.
Preakness or Prince? What the fuck's the famous horse? What's the one?
Preakness is
Ed?
an event.
No, that's what he said. What's the famous horse? The one that won
Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit. That's the one. Seabiscuit. That's my favorite horse.
Everybody.
Yes, yes. Seabiscuit.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
For sure. Bill Burr.
good one.
Another Dark Matter guest.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Louis C.K. I love,
I'm gonna
even
agree.
despite his whatever.
All he did was jerk off. Get over it.
That guy
people.
has a cool kink. I'm
and
fine
asked.
with it. Yeah,
Like,
he asked.
He asked to jerk
Some
off and
people
did,
he
and then
did.
everybody turned on him. Fuck it.
I'm gonna stop asking.
Yeah.
And there's one more person. It's a comedy.
Yeah, that one.
Paula Poundstone.
No, he's a Southern guy. He's a Southern guy.
Nate Bargatze.
Yes, Nate.
Oh,
Bargatze.
we're going there on Sunday.
What? Where?
In Santa Barbara. We got tickets. Yeah.
Who are yours again?
We have an
I
extra.
love that you never invite me to anything, and we do a.
You're busy
podcast
fucking all the
together.
time.
Oh my God, no, I'm not. Clearly,
Do you want to come? We have an extra ticket.
I have to work. If I would have known earlier, I could have
Thank God, because I was lying about the extra ticket, trying to be nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was. I don't want an extra one.
Oh, stop.
But I'm happy that you're working, because if you said yes, I would love to, I would have had to figure out how to get you one.
Where's he performing at?
Is it Granada a place in Santa Barbara?
I don't know.
It's some like small, beautiful theater. I think it's the Granada.
Oh,
The guys, do you know Nate
so
Bargatze?
much.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
fucking
he's great.
brilliant.
His first stuff was.
I told Todd this yesterday. Have you heard the new comedy special news? Guess who has a new comedy special?
I'm so happy. It gave me something to live for.
No shit.
Who?
I was gonna kill myself.
It
this
was
week.
still. I saved Todd another month at least.
Oh,
It was shot like in secret. Norm Macdonald has a new special coming out at the end of May.
May 30th. Yeah.
Yes. How great is that?
To be played in the event of his death is what the thing said.
For real? Oh, I didn't know that.
Like he knew, like they're going to release this
shit.
posthumously,
Wow.
which I'm hoping he makes note of that in
That'd
the
be
act.
great.
Yeah.
By the time you see this, I'll be gone. Oh my God, I'll
Whoa.
cry.
Yeah.
It'll get me good. So Todd and I, maybe you should come too. We agreed to. We're gonna watch together.
Yeah, we'll watch in the back house.
Yeah, not her though. Not Darren.
No.
Darren's busy. You don't like comedy.
You're not a funny person.
You hate Norm.
You hate Norm Macdonald?
She hates him so much. I'm just fucking around. I'm fucking around. Okay, cool.
Who's on yours again?
My Mount Rushmore. Chappelle. Good one. I put Louis up there. I've never laughed harder in my life than we went and saw Louis
Yeah,
at
it was
the
good.
Gibson Amphitheater.
Yeah. Lewis Black too is really funny. Anyhow, go on.
Louis Black is great.
He rubs me the wrong way.
He's a little too much.
I don't know who that is.
You know him if you saw him. He's very angry. He does a lot of this stuff with very long
fingers
fingers.
are like-
Very long fingers. I'm a big Sarah Silverman fan. I wouldn't put her on Rushmore, but she's up there.
You just
I
wanna
don't like
fuck
her now since
Yeah, a lot.
she called my uncle. The reason why he gets cast for Jewish people is because he has a Jew face and he's not Jewish. So I'm not a big fan of hers.
But what if she's
the
right?
moment.
What if she's correct?
She shouldn't be saying that shit. Anyhow,
But she's Jewish.
Is it
isn't
bad
she?
to look Jewish, Heidi?
not at all. No, she was saying that, and then my uncle's like, "I'm an
Only
actor.
if you're in
That's
Nazi
what we
Germany."
fucking do."
Fair. Should we start a Sarah Silverman hate podcast?
No, because I used to love her. I
Mount
just don't
Rushmore.
like what she said.
See, I never thought like Carlin is one of those guys where he's not my favorite funny wise, but as far as being like not a prophet, but what do we call them? Like
Philosopher.
A philosopher. He's up there, might be for that.
Who is?
George Carlin.
He's
George
definitely
Carlin.
on.
I said,
What a dick.
Wow.
Wow, it wasn't me
Wow.
for a
What is that
change.
music?
It's from the Partridge Family. It's the bumper. It's the bumper music
When they
to
go
the
to
Partridge
commercial?
Family. Yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
it's an alert on my phone.
Can you name 4 comedians
Yes.
that we haven't named yet?
No.
Can you name 2 that we haven't named yet?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, fuck.
He's funny. Oh fuck.
No, Tig Notaro.
He's Asian.
Tig Notaro.
Yep.
Feemster.
That's a last name.
Feemster. Brian Simpson.
Brian Simpson is a great one. Do you guys know Brian Simpson?
Genius.
Awesome, dude.
He's funny.
It's so funny that you pulled those 2 out of just name any 2. Like you could have went Eddie Murphy or like anyone that even if you don't know comedy, but like
You know why she named those 2?
Feemster.
She named them because one of them was in a podcast we watched last night, and the other one is like mentioned in a podcast we watch all the time. She's like Whole Foods,
Robin Williams, yeah.
Ralph's,
You could've said
Vaughn's,
anybody.
Mobile.
I was trying to be relevant.
Very, very good.
Carlin's definitely on mine.
Oh,
fucking
Carlin.
good.
Yes.
There's a new documentary coming out about him.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Where's that coming out?
It's soon, but I don't know what station. I don't know what
Station.
network. That's how old
Welcome
I
to
am.
1985.
It's going to be on WABC.
We asked a while ago to have people write in about like weird jobs they've had and weird job experiences. Do you feel like reading, Heidi?
Sure.
Okay. This is the Gary story that I told you.
You know how?
I hinted at a while ago.
Kind of.
She's a good reader. It's a long one, but
Okay.
This is a story that one of our listeners sent in. I don't know who this person is. It's kind of anonymous, and once you hear this, you'll sort of know why.
Gary's the name of my dad.
I know. That's how this was brought up last week.
Does anyone want a lemon head? I am having a sugar low, and I'm not a diabetic.
I love
we're good.
lemon heads, but I'm not going to have one right now.
Because
Maybe
we're eating
after
and
the
it's
show.
unprofessional, but yeah. Okay, let me.
I have a lemon head story we could tell after this.
Okay.
Love the band.
No,
Band?
not the band.
Love the show. In response to your strange work stories request, a long time ago, maybe 2001. 2001. 2001! Ooh. I was in my early 20s working at a GNC in a mall that was slowly dying
Gotta hear
to the
this.
point that it had become a walker's mall for old people.
Salty.
Literally only 10 or so stores remained open in this 100+ store mall. I would open at 10 a.m. and oftentimes not have a customer until 3 p.m. The back room had a two-way mirror and I started to take advantage of it. I would sneak into I would sneak into the back room for a nice stroke of the cock, and the recipient of my loads was a coffee mug with the name Gary on it. And let me tell you, Gary was a real cum slut. Oh my God. Sounds like your job at the
Very
gas
eloquent.
station.
They're very similar, and I promise I did not write this, but I could have.
I had a routine, and as the weeks rolled on, I got a little bolder by the day. Hustlers hidden in the back room. I switched from lotion to an oil mixture, which required a reasonable amount of time to clean up. One unlucky day, I heard someone enter the store as the entry sensor alerted me. Just as that happened, I had entered the zone, which Todd Newman aptly labeled hyperspace. I was destined to fill Gary up with hot, buttery cream. Nothing was going to stop that. You sure you didn't write this?
Swear to God.
No, this person's too eloquent.
My temples were throbbing, and I figured I could do a quick cleanup and play it off as if I were taking a shit. I gave a quick peer through the mirror, and much to my dismay, it was my boss. Fuck! Panic set in as I darted into the bathroom and I attempted to grab my masturbation paraphernalia. During the rush, Gary exacted revenge as the cup slipped out of my hand and the load I had shot deep inside Gary sprayed all over me. I tidied up the best I could, and as I stepped out of the bathroom, my boss was standing there with the hustler in her hand. I was mortified. She was about 10 years older than me, decent looking, and after a brief discussion of the events, I was no longer filling up Gary with my loads. My boss took over that role. She would come in most mornings and she liked me to fuck her in the ass. What? This is a made-up story.
I don't know what it is.
Work was a whole lot more interesting after that mishap. The elderly were busying walking their laps around the desolate mall. Meanwhile, I was giving my boss anal cream pies on a regular basis. This is a made-up fucking story. Getting caught with... This is the guy who fucking wrote the Broadway show of My Bucket.
Do you think so?
Getting caught with my cock, he wrote, getting caught with my cock and Gary was a real game changer. From then on, I would refer to my boss as the Rosebud Queen with my best friend. I miss that job.
Wow.
That's pretty great if you ask me. What's wrong, Heidi?
I don't believe it.
Why?
My gut says it's not real. Listen, I'm a girl.
I mean, allegedly.
And
Prove it!
anal cream pie sounds like a fantasy that men have that women will just, ooh, fuck me up the ass. Like,
Well, we don't
anal
really...
cream pie?
For the
Come
record,
on. That's
we don't care if
disgusting.
you don't like it. Just to be completely clear, it's not for you.
No,
It sounds like it was started as a true story, but the boss part
Yeah.
might not be.
But you
Yeah,
believe
yeah,
the
yeah.
Gary part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to maybe get this person
We'll
on the
see
phone.
how
Yeah.
old they are, because I think if this is like a teenage job or an early 20s job, every guy jerks off at work at some point when you're there for 12 hours
What about
a day
surgeons?
or whatever. Well, how many teenage surgeons do you know? other than
Doogie Howser.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, me and my friends have talked about that before, like when we were kids, like, you know, oh, I'm working at this convenience store, jerk off in the fucking freezer or wherever. Like,
Really?
yeah, you gotta get it out
Gotta
when
get
you're
it
that
out.
age. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
You should quickly tell these ladies what you did with the tub when you made love to the.
But that was a dare. That wasn't
faucet?
like out of
No.
desperation of like,
Like a tub,
no.
like a
there was a
bathtub?
tub of yogurt.
Oh,
Todd
I was thinking a
fucked
bathtub.
passionately.
There was a. I was in college already, and
Oh.
the deliveries to like
You said that, and Heidi licked her lips. She went, "Oh, no."
the deliveries of like the milk cartons and the industrial sized tubs of yogurt and like food like that were delivered at like 4 a.m.
By
So
the
we
Schwan man?
yeah, we would get drunk and go loot it basically like every week. Why they continued to do it, I have no idea why they dropped them off there. But we would be drunk and there was a big tub of yogurt, like a big, like the kind with blueberries where like
Blueberried for your pleasure?
no, where like it's all white on the top. You got to
Fruit
dig
on the
and
bottom.
mix it. Oh yeah, fruit on the bottom.
This sink.
So I don't remember how it came up. It was so many years ago, but I don't remember how it came up. But someone dared me to stick my dick in it.
For 2 hours.
So I took the lid off, and there's like fucking 12 people standing around. I'm drunk, and I pull my pants down.
Oh, boy.
And instead of just like
And you're like,
touching my
okay,
dick
Gary,
in it,
here we go.
I like, you know, went into push up position and put it under. And I fucked it. Like, and let me tell you something. I fucked the shit out of that tub of yogurt.
Was it like The Accused? Like, were your friends pushing your ass into it?
It was smoking after I was done.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, I became like the tub fucker guy.
And you girls literally have never masturbated at work? Ever?
No.
Long pause.
No,
Longer pause.
No.
But why'd you guys have to think about it? You guys
I'm just going through all my. I mean, I'm over 40.
You ever
so I'm
thought
going through
about
my
it?
Careers.
I might be wrong, but I just think that women
are not as cool?
disgusting
Oh,
as
yeah,
men.
disgusting.
No, I just think the need for masturbation at a younger age is not the same as it is for men.
It's not so
Like,
imminent.
well, also like things are going in. Men, it's just it's going out, and it's easy to just like you can pull your dick out. And
Yeah, but a
walk
girl
away.
can just put her hand down her pants without even unbuttoning.
But not every woman, and you correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a woman, can come like that.
Listen,
Especially
will
at
you guys
a younger
please
age,
right now
right?
show us your techniques, just so we know what's. You guys can lay on the desk if you want.
I used to have a boyfriend that had a Harley.
A hard on
A Harley, and I would come on the back of his seat from the
vibration.
Really? How quickly into the ride?
Soon,
30
fast.
seconds.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then what after you come on the motorcycle, what do you just keep doing it the whole ride? Like once you go, doesn't it? If you
He turns around
No, but
after
if
like
you-
a
if-
20-minute
so
ride.
if you have a vibrator on your vagina, right?
Yeah.
And you come,
Yeah.
and you keep it vibrating,
That's
It does not. It's not like an endless.
but wouldn't it just
Have
be
you had sex with
frustrating?
me before?
Yes, you come over and over and over and over again. Thank you very much. Correct me if I'm wrong.
She's good at faking
Yeah.
it.
Am I right? Say it on the fucking mic so people listening can hear it.
I don't reveal personal things.
Yeah, that's
on
what I
this
thought.
Podcast.
But let me ask you, who are you thinking about?
Don't answer
Right.
that.
Right. Chocolate cake and peanut butter.
No, but I feel like if you
Darren?
finish and you're still being stimulated, I feel like it would drive you crazy. Like it almost be annoying.
No. What's the? There's a word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it.
Whore?
A Harley Davidson.
Diminishing return.
Okay. Oh, it gets less and less.
Diminishing return. Yes. Yes. Is eventually why. Yeah,
It's a
it just goes away.
desensitized clitoris.
You had
It is.
you had
It,
a
like,
boyfriend with a
numbs.
motorcycle, right? Didn't you have or dated a guy with a bike?
Dated is
Banged.
generous. No,
Okay. Did you get that feeling at all on the bike?
I didn't ride a bike before.
I have a motorcycle.
You still have it? Heidi? You, Todd, go for a spin? Wow, that's something.
Me,
What if I just have sex with you and I go broom, broom, broom? Is that
Honestly,
the same?
Perfect. Yeah.
sometimes it is.
She's like, yeah, that'll do it for me.
Sometimes it is. If I just hear a car outside, it's enough for me to.
I have a Dodge
Trans-
Charger. It's very loud when it starts.
I have
I'm
a
just saying.
72 Ford Bronco, which is pretty noisy. I will say that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Let me see what I have here. Anything else as far in the cum department? Anybody?
For me, it
Anyone?
was the gym because when I would do the this one where you hang.
The trainer.
Guys would pull the train on her. Yeah.
When I would do the dudes in the gym. No, where you hang like this and you do your leg lifts.
Explain. People that are listening, what are you talking about?
Well, Todd, what's it called? You're a gym guy.
Well, it's like a crunch, but I know
But
what
you're
you're talking
hanging
about.
on the thing. You have your forearms.
Your arms are an armrest.
Forearms
Yeah.
are supported on
Yeah.
armrest, and
It's
you're
to lift your
dangling
legs.
and you
Leg
lift,
lifts, yeah.
or plank, forearm plank, and then I would have to go. I would have to go to the bathroom and finish off.
That's pretty hot.
Thanks.
The gym fucking sucks, by the way.
You're like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, do you remember?
It's like coming.
I'm like coming every day in the gym when I get
when you
pumped.
when you get the pump.
It's like
You
coming.
haven't heard this?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Look
it
it
up.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, let's pull it up.
It's a famous clip from Pumping Iron.
Pumping Iron.
Yeah.
So this is before Schwarzenegger was like a known, when he was just like a professional bodybuilder. It took me 4 minutes to write his name. Hold on.
Yeah, but it should fill in the blanks.
Schwarzenegger.
Coming. Just put coming. It'll come up.
I've looked this up 100 times.
Yeah, I actually have because it's awesome.
Oh, here you go. Here we go.
Are we listening?
Yeah. God, he's fucking huge.
It's gross.
Yeah, now his skin is hanging off his body like he's dying.
You don't like?
Any day, Arnie.
It looks like me.
Just like you.
The greatest feeling you can get in a gym, or the most satisfying feeling you can get in a gym, is the pump. Let's say you train your biceps. Blood is rushing into your muscles, and that's what we call the pump. Your muscles get a really tight feeling, like your skin is going to explode any minute. You know, it's really tight. It's like somebody blowing air into your muscle. It just blows up, and it feels different. It feels fantastic.
The music's the best.
So it's like it doesn't fit
It's as
the.
satisfying to me as coming is, you know, as having sex with a woman and coming. And so can you believe how much I am in heaven? I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling of coming backstage when I pump up, when I pose out in front of 5,000 people. I get the same feeling. So I'm coming day and night. And it's terrific, right? So, you know, I'm in heaven.
So I am.
Dude, fucking 70s Arnold is the best.
I am coming 24 hours a day. Just ask Dan's wife. Same thing.
Isn't that great? Oh my God, I love Arnold.
Oh man, that was awesome.
You never saw it before. You never heard it.
never
You've seen
even
it
heard
before?
of it.
And that guy ended up setting policy in the state we live.
Yeah, he sure
That's
did.
True.
Yeah, he sure did.
It goes to show you, not everything is cancelable.
You can get away with anything. Should we do a couple of listener voicemails and get out of here?
Yep.
Great.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Rare Form Radio. Please leave a message after the tone.
Rare form radio.
This one I changed the voice on because this is a very dark story. So I
Okay.
affected it, but it's pretty crazy.
Hey guys, it's Cece again.
Wrong one. But this one's for you, actually,
I
Heidi.
totally forgot to tell Heidi what happened to me. I live in Santa
DeVille?
Monica off
CC DeVille?
a really busy street, so there's a lot of people walking by my place. And my bathroom window faces the sidewalk that goes to the main street. So one morning I was brushing my teeth. There's a lady walking by that was on her cell phone, and I hear her having a conversation. And she says something about, oh, I'm pretty sure his show's going to be really horrible. LOL. She literally said the letters LOL. I was so disgusted, I stopped brushing my teeth, and I considered running outside and punching her in the face. Honest to God, that irritated the hell out of me. And right away, I thought of Heidi, because I'm pretty sure Heidi would have wanted to punch the lady in the face too. I wanted to share my story. Take care, guys.
Thank you, Cece.
Thanks, Cece.
I don't know if you were here for that, Todd, but Heidi has a real issue with the term LOL.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either. I don't like it.
Does it make you angry, or you just don't prefer it?
I just don't like any of those texting abbreviations. Like,
OMG, how come?
Well, because I write.
Yeah,
for a
it's
living,
true.
like,
Because
and
you
it's
have
like,
intelligence?
yeah, I'm just not. It took me a long time to even accept emojis in the world.
Yeah.
You know, and like, I won't create one of those. What are they called when you make it of yourself? Like, there's like
An avatar.
whatever it is,
Or memoji.
memoji.
whatever it is. Like, I will never do that. And like, I'll do the smiley face, and it's basically telling you when I do the smiley face, if you ever get that from me, it means
it a
fuck
fuck you?
off. I just don't even want to fucking type to you, asshole.
Oh, I get a lot of those from you.
Yeah,
Brutal.
What is your texting with your kids like? Is it a lot of short form?
Dick pics over and over
yeah,
again.
over and over from them to me.
Yeah. But not of their dicks.
Dad,
of my dick.
check out this dick.
I got it from Uncle Dan.
Bad question.
Woo!
But well, the texting, it's just very, like, what time,
Okay.
when, like,
Simple.
But it's not like
simple.
weird
Potatoes.
abbreviations all the
I
time.
would like to see Heidi.
My daughter does more than my son. He'll write out stuff, but
Okay,
my daughter
good.
will use the like LOL or whatever. And
preserve
I'm just
the full
I
spelling.
want
please.
Heidi and Cece to start an LOL beatdown squad. Are you guys in?
Yeah, I would love that.
All right, here's the one that gets weird, and then I change voices.
I hope they don't say their name too.
They don't.
Okay, I have a story that I think you'll appreciate. So, yesterday I was with my aunt, went over to her house, and my cousins were there. And one of my cousins bought a house like 10 or 12 years ago and thought it was going to be her forever home. And her husband died. And so when her husband died, she had him cremated and they buried him in her backyard. No permission from the county, city, or anything. No marker, except for like this plastic light up cross with his name and dates on it. And so when the housing market skyrocketed, she decided to sell the home. And yesterday I go over to my aunt's house when my cousins are over there and I see that cross in one of the planters. And so I turn to my cousin, the brother of the sister whose husband died, and I said, I have to ask. I said, where's Charles? Did somebody dig him up and move him out here? And he says, no, he's still buried in the backyard. And I'm like, what? Like, somebody bought that house and has no idea that there is a person, his remains, like, buried in their backyard. If I found out that somebody buried somebody in my backyard, a house that I bought, I would be so pissed that I was not told that beforehand. So, anyway, I'm just like, oh, okay, wow. And about an hour or two later, I'm sitting with my aunt, and she's showing me photos from her photo album on her phone, and she's showing me like vacation pictures and like religious pictures that she thought were pretty, with like cross in the sky or whatever, and the flags and Trump, all these pictures of Trump because he's her favorite best president, and like just all these different random stuff. And she comes up to like this video. And she's like, oh, that's them digging the place for Charles. I'm like, what? She took video of them digging the hole where they buried Charles in the backyard. Here's the thing. It was like 10 and 12-year-old kids. So
Digging a hole for a
I
body.
don't know that much about his family, Charles's family. He wasn't well liked in our family for very good reason, but that's another story.
so much so that he ended up dead in someone's
Ever
backyard.
talked about his favorite niece, and that niece had kids. So I'm pretty sure that the kids that I saw digging his grave were his niece's kids, his great niece and nephew. 10 and 12-year-old kids. That's what they look like anyway. digging a grave for their great uncle in his backyard. And I'm just like, and somebody's videoing this, and no adult is helping them. No adult is doing it. Like, these kids are doing all the digging, and I'm going, oh my God, my family is so hillbilly. But I thought you might enjoy that little story.
I wonder if he's still in an urn.
I don't know.
Well, wait, that's what she did say he was cremated, right?
Yes.
So I wonder if they have him in
It's
a
not as bad
box.
to me.
Not as bad, but you're still, it's like human remains are buried in the yard. You don't have any
Ashes.
idea.
It's ashes.
So it's worse if it's a body?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, because say you do some. All right, so if I buy this house,
Yep.
and I excavate the backyard because I'm going to plant something
Yeah.
or build something for a foundation, I'm not going to find ashes if they spread them.
Of course,
right?
of course.
I'm not going to find ashes, but body I'm going to find skeletons or whatever,
Or
like
a full coffin.
or or a full coffin or whatever it is. So it's bad, but it could be worse.
Of course. I wonder if you legally have to tell someone that you have human remains buried. If
I'm
it's
sure you do.
Well, you have to carry a thing because I would carry my husband's ashes everywhere I went, and I had a form that said these are ashes, and I can carry.
What do you mean
carry them
you carried them everywhere you went?
Should have permit to carry her husband. Permit to
everywhere
carry.
I went.
Like to the store and
Open
everything?
carry.
No, like flying. And
Oh, okay.
Like stuff like that.
I thought you meant
thought
like.
you meant
I was worried from.
literally.
Honestly, I was worried that you were like
Literally everywhere.
going
told
down
you-
the
You can
whatever
do
the
it.
fuck.
I told you the ashes story with my father, right?
I don't know. Please do.
So, my father died in Hawaii. Very funny occasion.
Yeah.
So my father dies in Hawaii, and I didn't even know what his wishes were, but like I was like, we're doing cremation, and the people he worked with who were local Hawaiian people said, oh, we're gonna get a boat and spread his ashes in the ocean, which is like a common thing out there.
Yeah.
So I go to the cemetery where they do the burning, and they give me, if you don't buy like a nice urn, it's basically like a plastic box with a big plastic bag in it. And like, you don't realize how much ashes weigh, especially for someone like my father was not tall, but a big guy. So I'm like, whoa, that's fucking
Really?
heavy. Yeah.
Oh, in my head, they're like feathers.
I thought you were surprised that his dad wasn't tall. I'm like, you kind of assume.
Yeah, but Luca's 6 feet tall. I'm his father.
True.
It's
True.
never
Well,
know.
you're his
He
dad
is
as far as you
not.
know.
Yeah, as far as yeah.
He's big.
Yeah. So I'm driving. I got my father all day with me, and I'm like being a dick, like taking pictures at the pool, like in the resort hotel in Hawaii, with him on the chair next to me, like
Put him on a raft with the
I'm,
kids
like,
all around.
posting them and stuff like that. I'm just like, whatever. I'm making the best of this.
Father Sunday.
So I was writing fucking fucked up things like I told him to put on some sunscreen. He didn't want to get too ashy out here. Like I was just doing shit like that. So with comedy we
Yeah, you got to make it fun.
So we get to the boat and we go out, and there's like 3 boats, and there's like a bunch of people, and me and my brother are on this one with some of the closer people to him, and then they do this whole Hawaiian thing where they play music and they make a big circle. And then the guy, this big, huge Hawaiian guy, says, with the thick accent, he's like, "Oh, brother, you got to take the ashes and make sure you throw it down," is what he's saying. Like, because the wind will kick them back up. Make sure you put it down. Full
Lebowski style.
This
Yeah,
is why
put it
you
down.
did this with the rat. Anyhow, go on.
Yeah, put it down. Put it down. So I get on the, I forget what it's called, the little deck on the back of a boat. I don't know
what
if
it's
that's
called.
starboard or
The poop deck.
bow or whatever it is, but that little grate. And I get back out there and I
bow's
I
the
take
front, stern is the back,
it's
yeah.
the stern. I get out on the stern and I take a big handful of my father, basically, and I throw it down. And I'm leaning over, and just the wind right back into my face, in my mouth.
It is
in my-
Lebowski.
in my eye, and I'm sure they wrote that because I'm sure it happens like so often.
Of course.
In my nose, in my mouth, in my eyes, like everybody's laughing, whatever. And then My brother does whatever, and then the Hawaiian guy picks it up, and he's like, no. He puts his hand down in the water and then releases it. Oh, beautiful. Like with that, I'm like, why'd you tell me to put my fucking hand in the water? You said throw it down.
Was he fucking with you?
No.
Did he want that to happen?
No.
He was a smart human.
He just figured he's got to know not to just let him go in air.
I mean, it's a pretty good gag if he was kidding.
Yeah.
Just throw it in the air, it'll go right.
All in my fucking throat.
Dumb question, but like,
ate my father, basically.
Did it have it? Did it just taste like ash?
Yeah, it just tasted like ash.
Oh my
tasted
god!
like
Was it
pepperoni
Italian?
and salami? Yeah.
And hair and
Yeah.
just like a gold
Cigarette.
watch, like an old Rolex.
Well, it's weird that they're actually like you find bones in the ashes.
Yeah, because
There's, like,
it doesn't
pieces
all go up.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Yeah,
Cool.
Did you keep any at all for like a trinket or anything?
No.
I brought my aunt's ashes home.
Just recently.
On Wednesday, I brought
Aw.
them back. Yeah, and it's like in a little heart, and then you open it up, and there's a bag like that big, and has her.
Did you
ashes
guys
in
like
it.
split up some of it, or did you?
Yeah, so my uncle has the majority of it, and then that's what I had started the GoFundMe page, so we got to like.
Was that
bring her home?
Was it a healing time going home a little bit?
Yeah.
Imagine it was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heidi, where can people find the show?
YouTube.
YouTube?
Rare Form Rate Radio.
Rare Form Radio?
On YouTube.
On YouTube?
Every week
YouTube?
No, I
she
know.
says this.
I know. That's why I'm saying
And it sounds like she's unclear of what we do here, and it's great. The other week she said go to rareformradio.com, which is not a thing. We don't have a website.
Right.
It was wonderful.
www.rareformradio.com.
Fucking A, so good.
/
Instagram.
Important, yes. At Heidi Sabrina. At Todd Newman. At Dan Clear 79. At D Nelly Radio. And are you coming next week, Todd? An interest, maybe? See?
I don't know. We'll
Is
see.
Darren coming?
I was going to say we might have a special guest next week.
Oh.
Darren was going to maybe be here today, but he's...
Special as in retarded?
Yes, which
he
is
in
Darren.
town?
Special needs?
Yes, he is.
What's he doing?
What's he been doing for months? I don't know. I mean, Darren is living an odd life right now. And have you talked to him at all recently?
No.
Yeah, he's not too far from here right now, but just couldn't make it today, I guess. It's busy.
It's tough. Yeah.
Hawking dogs.
Yep.
Okay, we'll be back next week. And thank you for listening. And Todd, please remember that tomorrow's just the future's yesterday.
This is Lola, and I'm here to tell the world to stop being such pussies and listen to Rare Form Radio.